On the first episode, you guys understood a little bit about how I was raised. I talked about my parents and what they do. And I ended it saying that this episode would be about how I went to school. Growing up, I wore uniform. I wore uniform literally from kindergarten all the way up until 9th grade. And it really was miserable. I mean, I hated it. I hated every moment of it. Now, looking back, I really realized like, wow, that was shaping me into the fashion, influencer that I am today. Hey guys, I'm Sonique Saturday. I'm a handbag designer, fashion stylist, fashion blogger, influencer. I'm just a fashion enthusiast. I love all things fashion. This is another important part of my story about how my fashion sense was kind of shaped at a very young age. And it all stems from me going to private Christian school. You have to have these skirts and they have to be pleated and they have to be a certain length. And I'm like, Mom, like, can we tailor the skirts? Can I like change the skirts into like pants or capris or something so I can feel a little bit like an individual? I would do small little things, like I would wear these like colorful socks with my shoes. I used to, put buttons and patches on my backpack. I would come to school with like rainbow rubber bands in my braids. I would change up my hairstyle a lot. I would change up my earrings a lot. I would play with like bangles and accessories all the way up into my freaking elbow. Like I would just try to just get creative as possible so I didn't feel like I looked like everyone else. So it really expanded me to thinking, okay, if I have to wear this shirt and I have to wear this skirt and I have to wear these shoes, what else can I change around my outfit? And I didn't realize as a child that I was really just being creative, just seeking for fashion to be my outlet. But it couldn't be my outlet. I wanted to jump fresh. I wanted to be fly. I wanted to feel cool. I wanted to stand out. And instead I was like stuck in this box of just wearing this uniform every day, and it drove me insane. Like I said earlier, I finally convinced my parents to send me to public school. I went to public school in high school, and I was so forever grateful. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm around kids who listen to rap music and they wear Air Force Ones. Like, this is heaven on earth. I was so elated and just so happy. During high school is when I found out that I had been restricted of wearing my, personal clothing in school. So I went from one extreme to the other. And what I mean by that is when I went to public school in high school, I literally just wore everything. A belt with suspenders, bow tie and a necktie, 2 hats, barrettes on this side and braids over here. Like, I just didn't realize, like, bro, Sonique, you're gonna be here for 4 years. You have plenty of time to wear whatever you want. I can remember it being a big deal of like, okay, Sonique wore a blue heel and a yellow heel with white socks. She is a distraction to my class and everybody is talking about it and they're not focusing on the curriculum, and they like sent me to the office. They tried to suspend me, but it didn't work. They're looking at me like, girl, it's not that deep. And to me, it's like a competition. Like, I'm coming to school every single day, sizing up everybody. Like, yeah, what's up? Like, meeting outside the lockers, meeting at a lunch. Like, oh, I know that your outfit is not looking better than mine. Like, wait till you see what I'm wearing tomorrow. It was like this thing, and it built up this thing in me to the point where I just wanted to be just the best dressed every single day. So many kids came up to me and was just like, where'd you get that from? Where'd you find that? Where'd you get that? How did you know to put this and that together? And I used to just be like, I don't know. Like, it just kind of came to me. Being able to really, stay on trend as far as what's current, what's modern, but still being able to have that vintage, eclectic, unique twist to the style that you guys are familiar with today. If you guys saw my first video, you guys know that I was raised in Atlanta, Georgia and in Los Angeles, California. And a lot of times when I would come out here to LA, I would go thrift crazy. Oh my gosh. LA is a treasure chest for thrifters. I would buy up a bunch of just like old vintage, just throwback stuff and wear it to school in Atlanta, and people in Atlanta would be looking at me crazy like, yo, where did you get this from? Like, I don't know if I like it or if you are just wearing it cool, because I don't think I would wear it that cool. Like, people were just, they didn't understand me. They didn't know how to take me, honestly. Yeah, so I used to mix fashion from like, you know, limited to with eclectic vintage finds that I would find out there in LA, and I would put them together in one outfit and make them look like they kind of came together, but they'll be mixed matchy a little bit, and people would just stare at me like, yo, Sonique is fly, but I would never wear that. Like, that was like my whole thing growing up. Everybody knew in high school and in college, like, that's cute, but it's cute on you because you got the confidence to be able to pull that off. And it boosted my confidence so much, especially growing up in the South. Guys, in the South, I mean, if you're not the light-skinned, thick, pretty girl, dudes are not checking for you. They're just not. I mean, especially at that age when your hormones are going crazy. Like, a girl that looks like me, my complexion, my petite body shape, we're not in music videos. Like, we're not, you know, on basketball players' arms on the front row of the games. And I never really looked at it as an obstacle. I didn't even realize that was a thing in the South until I got much older, and I looked back and was like, yo, I don't even know how I was popular, because I mean, I granted, I've always been extremely confident. I wasn't looked at as the dark-skinned girl or the skinny girl. I was looked at as the fashion girl, and I loved that. That was a way for me to come into public school. I don't know anybody, I don't have any friends, and I became very popular very fast because of the way that I dressed. I'm kind of like the girl that not only no one knows, but I stand out because I'm dressing hella weird. So people are like, who is that girl? I heard her name is Sonique. She has a lot of hair and she's like skinny and she dresses weird. So I mean, I guess she's cool, like whatever. I created friendships behind my wardrobe. I literally you know, had girls that were very popular, and they're coming up to me like, who are you? You're the new girl. Everybody talks about how you dress. Like, let's be friends. Come eat lunch with me. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I became very popular very quick. Looking back on those years, I'm like, okay, this is a part of why I dress the way that I do. I'm able to put layering together. I'm able to have an eye for two patterns that don't really match, but once I end up, you know, styling them the way that I want to, they end up looking like one complete outfit. And I really had to reflect back on like, okay, the reason that I'm like this is, for one, I wore a uniform my entire life, so I was like stifled as a child when it came to my fashion sense. I mean, I used to go outside and play on the weekends or even after school in full head-to-toe outfits, while everyone else came with like old family reunion t-shirts on and like khakis. And people used to be like, Sonique, why do you have on like a full Oshkosh outfit on just to play, knowing that you're gonna get dirty? And I'm like, this is the only time that I can wear it. Like, get off my back, you don't know my life. I thank God for those days, because maybe I wouldn't be the person that I am today. Maybe I wouldn't have the sense of style that I have, and maybe I wouldn't be able to even have an eye for fashion unless if I was absolutely pushed like I was as a child growing up. Now you guys know that not only was I raised in private Christian school, but I wore uniform my whole life, and then when I no longer had to wear uniform, I ended up wearing my entire closet in one day. Yeah, so the next episode, I'm gonna be talking about college. I went to Albany State University in Albany, Georgia, and it really molded me into the businesswoman that I am today. It helped launch my entrepreneurial career. I was able to test a lot of products and services on my friends on the yard, and I'm going to talk about how I created my own organization at Albany State, and it's still there to this day. Shout out to Fresh Life. I'm going to discuss how I created my handbag line and how my first customers were my peers on the yard, and how I was able to really create this cult following at my school and be able to carry that well after graduation when I moved here to Los Angeles. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please tune in to the next episode. It is getting juicy. I am loving telling these stories. So I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye guys.